Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Saturday Night Pregame podcast. Thank you for joining us. This is your first time listening. If you're a repeat listener, we truly appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Check us out. So you're already checking us out, but the podcast.
Do you like what you see?
Let them know, Joe. Let them know.
We're on Instagram and Twitter. Podcast S&P. You can reach us at the S&P podcast at gmail.com. Tonight we're proudly presented by DLM Tax and Accounting for all your accounting and tax needs. If you're a consultant, Uber driver, Lyft driver, check us out. They do a lot of work with consultants. If you're straight out of college and you're doing consulting work, there's a lot of things you need to know. You can reach them at admin@dlmholdings.net, or you can check them out at dlmtax.com. Enough of the business, boys. How are we doing? It is the 4th of July weekend. I'm insanely excited. I've already gotten the pregame going. A couple, not too many. We got the original Babe Ruth. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
the OG.
The OG. You know what?
Yeah.
I had to go there.
Not the fakery stuff Peter makes us, but the real stuff that they know how to make.
What's the difference between the two?
Who knows?
First of all,
Here,
they don't ton more Tito's. Like, my first sip was like, did I just have a shot of Tito's? Second, definitely a better ratio of pineapple to cranberry. It shouldn't look more pineapple-y than cranberry. And a good consistency of ice. It's key. You gotta have
a solid chunk of ice.
So basically, tell me what you served me 2 weeks ago was complete garbage.
No,
they haven't let Peter
It's the poor man's version. It's the inexperienced.
It's the garbage version.
It's the
when we buy
so negative.
So
negative.
They haven't let Peter in on the
Have you met my friend
yet.
Pat Lynch? Yeah, there you go. It's the 4th of July weekend. This man just wants to harp on the negativity. It's okay though. We're gonna get him going today or tomorrow. He's gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what a nice little hour of silence there for real quick.
Like, that's the first time there's been dead air on this podcast.
I gave it a second. I want to see if anyone was going to.
I was like,
well, there was no insult, so I didn't feel any to come back.
That's like you're not going to attack me today. I'm not going to let it go.
Rodman. He's just there for the rebound. He's not making anything,
true.
but he's coming in there at the end.
Pat knows there's 3 guys standing here. He's like, if I put one word out there, somebody's going to jump out and that's over.
That's against the wall.
45 minutes later in silence, the podcast. All right, guys, have a good night.
Pat's like, you guys are on the level that I'm just not there yet. I'm going to get there at some point. Pat was definitely on the meme, picture, text message game last week. Hitting all strides.
All because your boy, Mr.
I don't know. Chris was pretty good. Chris had a good one.
Chris. That was the cherry on top.
Do we even discuss the Bill Cosby is out?
Yep.
Here's a good question. Would you, because he's gonna get speaking arrangements. Do you see a legend comedian?
Is he not blind?
Yeah, he's 1,000% blind.
Do you actually think he'll get do shows?
That's what I'm wondering. Like that's the question.
I feel like it. No. I feel
if you're small. Because he was doing shows before he got arrested.
He was, yeah.
If you're a small time theater, why wouldn't you?
I legitimately think though he's a bit too old to do it now.
Do
all the traveling.
He was only in jail for 2 years. 2 out of the 7, I think.
But he went. I felt like health wise, he went down so quick during that court stuff. Like you just felt about his. Being put in that position.
Or is he doing like
that Harvey Weinstein?
No, like the what's it called? Who's the guy, the Golden State Killer? Like they're showing him decrepit, like
they all do it.
And then in his jail cell, he's doing push-ups and pull-ups.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
Was he really?
If he's physically capable, I think he'll do it again. If he doesn't do it, I wouldn't be surprised though, just because of his age.
Yeah,
but I do think
to come back to the question.
No, I would not go see him.
You would not go see him. Okay, Joe.
Man, I was thinking about this because I was like, I would love. Before I knew about the whole thing, I had planned on getting tickets to go see him the next time he was touring. Yep.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'll listen to his old stuff. I don't know if I'll support him now. Yeah. Just like now, I'm making a choice.
There's a rapist on the loose in Chicago theater.
Yeah, it's just, it's like, I don't know. I feel like he didn't feel bad about it. There was no
remorse,
and he doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah, so that's the part where I'm like torn because I would love to see him pre
all the allegations.
Yeah, but now it's like, should you support someone who did so much wrong?
Yep.
You know?
I personally did not like his comedy, so I wouldn't go because I just don't. It would be for me. It would be a notch to say I went to see a legend. Like I said, like I can tell people.
Yeah, notch on your belt.
Yeah, to say I saw.
Which Tom Segura is going to be doing a tour.
Yes.
So we got to get tickets whenever.
Yes.
I saw he was in Milwaukee, but the dates that were available and the seats that were available weren't good, and they were like, it was like,
because I'd like to see him live. I've not really liked his.
It was better than his last one. I didn't like the last one.
I didn't like the last one either.
Yeah.
You know who was great live was Bert. Bert was great live.
Oh man, yeah, that was an experience.
He was definitely like he definitely enjoys playing for audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
He seemed very genuine when he was talking.
Daniel Tosh was amazing.
Yeah, Tosh was good.
Dude, Tosh was
amazing.
A stone cold sniper.
The best line of his was like, I gotta do 142 of these a year. It's figure out how much you gotta make.
You know what? That's a great. I feel like
a lot of people say money can't buy you happiness. They're wrong.
They're wrong.
I feel like
I gotta have a bad day. Go to Italy.
Yeah. I feel like you hear a lot of these comedians get famous and then their comedy drops down because they don't connect with like the people anymore. That is a man who was so intelligent. He was able to make Rich approachable and funny.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you didn't feel, diminished or belittled. He was just like, yeah, it's great up here, guys. All right. Listen, it sucks to be down there. It's great. Yeah. But this
is what you all want. And I ain't gonna apologize for it.
Yeah, and it was so good, and he did such a good job of making it funny.
Eric Griffin talks about this, like, because there's steps. Like, there's like Eric Griffin isn't rich, but he's probably doing better than us, and he's working less than us.
I don't know who Eric Griffin is.
He's a comedian. He was on Workaholics.
You've seen him probably.
Yeah,
he's like a lot.
I've heard to see him. Is he one of the three main characters on Workaholics?
No, I'm sorry. No. He's Montez. Okay. Yeah. If you watch the show, whatever. But I've only kind of liked his comedy, and he was on podcasts, and I started watching him. He's cool. He's just an interesting guy. He's just an offshoot of like the big tree of like Joe Rogan, and but he talks about like how he's done well. He's got Workaholics money, but he's not like super rich.
Yeah.
And then there's like, and he's doing a movie with Ray Romano, and then there's Ray Romano rich, where he does he'll do once a year. He will do He'll do a weekend in Vegas, and he'll fly out there, and he's like, I'll fly out there, and then on the way back, he'll private jet home, and he was trying to not like make Eric Griffin feel bad, and Eric Griffin's like, dude, like you've done well, like don't be sad or don't be like shy to be like, nobody holds it against you for doing well, but when some people who get to that wealth, like I'm sure Joe Rogan's one of those guys who doesn't want to show that he's $150 million.
I don't know. I mean,
130.
I think he doesn't make a thing of it, but he'll just talk about, like, I was listening to one podcast and he was talking about his the pool that you sit in and float in. What do you call it? Like
his float tanks. Yeah, float.
No, it's the deprivation.
Yeah, that's what it is. He was
right.
saying his one leaked and it cost like several $100,000 to fix. He had to get a really good one from Italy, because the one that he got, was known to, like, this single part would break, and then
hashtag first world problems.
But he doesn't shy away from that. He's like, yeah, it's a lot of money, but but he's not gonna rub it in your face either. There's like,
so he's doing a couple shows with Dave Chappelle, where I'm assuming that he's the opener for Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
Do you think he's like Dave Chappelle? I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah. No. Well, Dave. I mean, Dave got $60 million for doing 3 specials.
Yeah. No, Dave's not hurting for the cash.
Yeah. But he's also talking about
$100 million.
He's got that half fake money, dog.
Yeah.
No, they're making a second one.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are.
That's not. I don't like when they make.
I mean, it's like
let's be honest, the first one wasn't like fantastic.
Me either. I never thought it was that great.
It's like a second wedding crash. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I think it's more nostalgic now of like, hey,
this guy. They have no original ideas. Let's be honest.
I mean, Anchorman 2, not that good.
Oh, it's not good at all.
Coming to America 2,
not good at all.
Not seen that.
That was basically a retread of the first movie. It was basically the same.
Yeah.
And with just like all the same characters
and they changed it. They try to get like a little different, but it's basically the same movie.
Yeah.
And for those to work, what they say is you have to have a good storyline. And if you've written a story and the story's already told, how are you going to do it again?
Do you think of any good sequel for a comedy? Like any good?
Well, what
I don't like The Hangover. The
Major League. I thought the first two were great.
The second one was too bad.
Ghostbusters. I know that's not a comedy, but
I like the second one.
The first one was
with a painting.
No, I love that one.
Really?
The baby.
People hate that movie.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was good. I see.
When's the last time you saw it?
Huh?
When's the last time you saw it?
Recently,
I watched it. Yeah, I went on a binge of stuff just during COVID, and I was like,
you know what though? You got to think about what sequels are. I mean, what's the movie where he kills all the dudes? John Wick. Yeah, those are good, but that's not comedy. Yeah,
actually, I can get away with it, but comedy.
I like 22 Jump Street.
I never saw.
I've never seen.
I like the first one. I didn't think the second one was good.
You're right.
I'm just looking at Wayne's World 2.
That's a good question we should throw out there. Can you, any of the listeners, shoot us an email with a
Home Alone 2.
No, that. Oh, yes. No, you're right.
Yep.
New York, that was good.
Any comedy
Wayne's
movies
World 2 is highly regarded as a fantastic sequel.
What about Austin Powers? Second was good.
Yeah. First two were good. Third one was
I like the second Rush Hour.
Yes.
That was
third
fun.
one. Third one, they should have stopped at 2.
You should stop at 2, yeah.
So if you do happen to get lucky and get a second one,
don't go
there. You got to
Wait. There was 2 Wayne World. The one was the concert, right? Where he lost his girlfriend in the concert.
The second one was. The second one was where he.
The first one was where his girlfriend,
the marriage in the concert.
Yeah.
What was the second one?
It was about.
Wayne
Stock
was the second one.
Yeah. Okay.
And when the first one was when he has like he puts the broadcast.
He wants to make the TV show put it on cable instead of on Aurora Access TV or whatever it is.
So Hocus Pocus 2 will definitely suck.
And they do the Scooby Doo thing at the end. Like,
they're like the Thelma and Louise ending. That's in the second one.
And then like the Japanese guys there. Is that
the second one?
Oh, the second one. Okay, I know the second one very well. I don't know the first one.
Peter's more of a single guy. It sounds like he like the OG one.
I never go with the. Damn it! I had a movie I wanted to talk about that I thought it was good, and I can't think of it. Oh, you know what movie? Just thinking about like Wayne's World.
Is it Rob Lowe in the first one?
Yes, he is. He's kind of the villain.
Yeah, and then Christopher Walken is the. Is he Christopher Walken in the second one?
I think so.
Yes, yeah. Christopher Walken. You know what's funny? Rob Lowe was the bad guy in Tommy Boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, what movie I thought was great? I think people Airheads. People
love Airheads. Yeah.
Airheads.
See Buscemi, Adam Sandler.
Yes, it's
Brandon
Fraser.
Yeah, great movie.
So
Joe
good.
Montega.
Yeah, great movie.
You know what's kind of crazy? I don't know if anybody. I don't think any of you guys have watched Oz.
Isn't Chris Farley in that too? Is he?
Yeah, he's a cop, right?
Yeah. And Kramer's in there too.
Yeah, he's the guy
that's Dude, so many good actors.
And the guy from the one guy that's in he's in a lot of like comedies. The guy the head of the company, the head of
the SWAT team.
No, the head of the actual radio station.
Oh yes,
he's
the bad guy in Coneheads.
Yeah, he's in.
Oh yes, yeah.
I cannot think of his name. But
No, he actually died. He was in
Michael McKean.
Yeah,
he just died. I think he did die. He's in Better Call Saul.
Josie dead.
But looks it up.
Look like the man is still kicking.
Okay.
Peter put him 6 feet under.
That's a Saturday Night Pregame podcast fact right there for you.
Peter's putting the man in the ground.
But my bad. I really thought he died.
I tell you he did.
Wait,
you're thinking of the guy from like probably Van Wilder and The Breakfast Club. That guy died. The teacher in that one.
That guy also was in Johnny Five.
Yes, he was. He was in Short Circuit too.
Short Circuit too. That's such a good movie.
That
one probably was better than the first one. I thought.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
I don't remember the second one that much.
The one where they're like...
Los Locos kick your face. Los Locos kick your ass. Los Locos kick your face. Los Locos kick your balls into outer space.
Oh,
they got them all tagged up, and he comes back. They tag the robot up in all these like graffiti colors. He comes back in and starts saying it.
It comes as a really racist robot.
Yeah,
and the Indian guy was definitely not Indian.
No, he wasn't.
No, he Oscar, you will not get away.
Yeah, he's
not good.
In a bunch of movies.
You know what? Actually, so today my day started. I was out on a lake, drinking some beers, having a good time, and we got to talking about the Miami collapse. And you said you had read a little bit more on it.
Yeah. So having not heard anything about it when I first heard this story, I was like, oh, maybe I should read into this. And it's one of the things that is now popping up on my Google feed. It's like articles.
Yeah. Joe's only a week behind the big news.
So yeah, but it's so interesting the things that are going on. Like for one, there was this whole thing that the building committee that was like there to maintain. I don't know what you call that.
The con association.
Yes.
Yeah. For 4 years they were trying to get repairs done, and the tenants kept at the last second pushing down the thing because they said the price was too high.
There's an interesting thing about that. Evidently, like I read this a little bit too, that condos in Miami or places in Miami that they have to have like the buildings like when it's 40 years old, they have to do a structural. Bring an inside company out to do a structural assessment of the building.
Yep.
And this one had massive failing 4 years ago when they did this. And then they submit it to like the building commissioner, and he read the report, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's okay."
No.
Yeah. And this at the time it was $9 million, and then now they had just like a month ago done like this work. They had done the same assessment, but now the work's $15 million, and they'd put a special assessment to do this work. Each tenant got hit with an $80,000 assessment.
No
shit! And then the building collapsed.
Yep.
$80,000?
Yeah.
Do you have to pay that right away, or
no? People could do payments on it.
It's payments, and they would and so but like of that committee, 5 of the 7 left. Because they were just so frustrated they couldn't get stuff done.
Good stuff done. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So to bring you into that, did you guys see this morning? So the first thing when I woke up this morning, I was kind of looking around, in the morning, I was kind of like,
where am I?
What
is this?
Who are you? The feed. I'm trying to think how, like, I was like doing like the
Peanut tie went off last night. I woke up in a strange place.
Oh, I'm talking about the Apple News feed, and I was looking, and there was this like the Gulf Mexico or Gulf what's it? The Gulf of Mexico? No,
the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, but what is the Gulf of
Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah, Gulf of Mexico was on fire yesterday.
Oh, I heard about this.
Did you see this?
No,
the Gulf of Mexico was on fire.
Nope, did not see that. Did not hear about it.
I saw somebody go, what level of capitalism is a fire burning in the ocean?
Okay, so I'll show you this real quick, Chris. The Gulf of Mexico is legitimately on fire.
Is it oil spill or is it?
So Mexico has a Gulf as a pipeline that had a leak and it sparked and then it set on fire. And the water is on fire. It is insane.
Are they pumping water from the?
That's
water?
What I'm saying. No. So you know how you put that's insane. Look at that. You know how you put out water that's on fire?
It looks like a volcano.
You put water on it.
It looks like a volcano.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. And so I don't like. I think we can all kind of make the assumption that like, hey, maybe we should stop. Maybe fossil fuels is not the best.
So I saw this, and I saw somebody saying,
"Oh, I got a good one too." Yeah,
and this is
the best part of this.
And this is this is completely separate. But somebody was making a comment that like the ocean's on fire and the richest people are leaving the planet in several days. Like it's just like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, no, that's what I'm saying. So the thought could be and this is how kind of silly I am. The thought could be, hey, we should change the world. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to understand because we've been saying this for 20 years. Why haven't we changed our energy policies?
Well, my question was also like, how much, like, what is it? I'm not sure how the production goes into building all these batteries, but I'm assuming there are some fossil fuels being used to create these batteries and stuff as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think we're making the right moves. We're starting to go there. But I don't want to say we have to.
I mean, if we all just stop eating meat, no more cows, no more methane, everything will be fine, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. But I find
cruises
it so
alone take up like an actual percentage of.
Yeah, but we stopped that.
All the pollution, like it's one of the highest polluting things.
What is that?
In the cruises?
Oh yeah,
they produce.
It's insane.
As a shareholder in some cruise company, yes, all right, they're going to be on the seas, baby, Joe. It's only 1%. There's 99 other % of things that can be fixed first.
The only one that actually wants to go on a cruise one day in this group.
I do not want to.
I know you guys don't.
I would actually go.
I would love to go one day just to.
You got to do it once, right? Okay, but can we get back really quick? The funniest part of a lot of people are probably reading. They're like, oh my god, we need to fix energy policy, blah 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 blah.
The ocean was on fire.
I go to the beams because people comment on these type of situations are just fucking amazing. What did I swear? What did I get?
It's already 18.
Oh, nice. Okay, I said myself, but.
I got a good shot, by the way.
Their memes are so good. One guy on Twitter commented, "The Gulf of Mexico is on fire. Miami is sinking. Canada is currently hotter than Australia, but
Australia is.
But I still have to pay my rent.
Australia's.
And I was just like, that is ridiculous. That is so good because if you think about it, the world is going to shit.
We got to understand, Pat, that Australia is in winter, but it's also right next to the equator. So winter there is probably 4 degrees colder than it is during the summertime, which is probably still 120 degrees.
Pat, that's not what he's getting at. He's trying to say the world is on fire. It's fucked up. The environment, the climate, all that. And he's still got his right.
I mean, no. What Pat got out of that is he's like, Australia's in winter.
That fact is not as substantial as the others.
But here's the thing. Pat's not the only one. I said that. I thought it was going to be really cool. Everybody's like, yeah, but Australia's in winter. I'm like, what, are we not? Who gives a shit? Like, are you kidding me?
That's what you.
That's what you pull.
No, you're not thinking but also, Miami's sinking.
Like some of the stuff's
the Gulf of Mexico's on fire.
I mean, a lot of the shit's reversal. We have to find a way to adapt at this point.
Okay.
That's like fuck it.
I mean,
we all want to die.
I mean, China's not going to.
You know what? Why don't we just go into the beers we're drinking?
I mean, China's not going to curtail their.
Well, we're done with this portion of the Pat Lynch curmudgeon hour. So let's move on.
I'm saying it's true. It ain't changing.
Pat, we're done with your hour.
I just thought it was funny. There was a lot of good ones. It was
I've been seeing a lot of like
so good,
and it's all this dark humor, which I love because it's like it was the exact same thing. They probably
kind of like Mark Norman, like in meme form.
Yeah.
Pat, you want to talk about these awesome? Pat was just a gentleman in Wisconsin,
a real mensch.
Stops in Wisconsin, gets us all beer for tonight, and we got one from Chris
Sprecher,
and we got one from
Central Waters Brewing Company.
Okay, and you're drinking the Central Waters, Pat?
Yes.
Hit me with it. What are we drinking?
It's called the Honey Blonde Ale. Which is ale brewed with honey is the description. Very
tell the people how it's
Chris, Chris, is this really a stressed off?
No, it's not.
Twist off!
Oh, shit.
Fucking buzz.
We're just pansies, all right? Sorry.
Oh, wow, you are right. Okay, well, hey, that's
pass me one of those.
His arm is sore, right? He's got a sore arm.
Yep.
Is it twist off? Chris, is it really twist off? It says it on the camera. It was hard, all right?
I love the face.
And then I looked at it and I'm like, oh, man, he's right.
Pat, tell him how it's sun-kissed or whatever it says.
It says ale, sun, earth, and sky.
There you go.
What do you think, bud?
I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
What is it? What kind of vein are we going with it?
I get hints of vanilla.
All right, everything tastes like 312 these days.
No, it kind of tastes
it tastes like beer.
It does taste like beer.
This is phenomenal, Pat. Thank you for getting.
What would it? I'm not sure. Let me get back to you on that. Let me try a drink.
Get about 5 more sips in there.
Well, it's an ale, but it's very like hoppy, bubbly.
You know, I kind of find it like a Sam Adams a little bit.
Yeah, that would be a good comparison. Yeah.
Okay. This is
a little bit.
I mean, this is good.
Maybe it's not as heavy, but it's a little bit like that.
Hey, Chris, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking Coors Light, and Coors Light, I know that you're listening to this podcast, so please.
Is that because you send them a copy
Chris,
every week?
and why do you like Coors Light?
Sorry, go ahead.
I like Coors Light because it's the only beer that lets you know when it's ready to be drinking. Those mountains turn perfectly blue, and it means it's ready to be drank. Right, Pat Lynch?
That is accurate.
And you know what? That Colorado Kool-Aid.
Oh, the Colorado Kool-Aid.
Yep. Everybody asked me today, what am I drinking? I only drink one thing. The Colorado Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid in Colorado and Mexico.
Yep.
and there,
the water's on fire.
The water's on fire.
They should get some Coors Light to cool it down.
That's where the fire water
They
comes
should get
from.
some Coors Light to cool it down. It's at the perfect temperature to set up fire.
It's exotic because it's an import.
That's all I like about it. Oh, crap. Where were we at? Where Leinenkugel was considered an it was when we went night golfing, we went to that like dive bar, we sat outside. They considered Leinenkugel a non-domestic beer.
Yeah.
That was Rich's favorite thing.
I had a moment of I was in Wisconsin last week. I had a moment of like Katrina, if you could see the look on my face. Katrina's at the bar ordering 3 Coors Lights, and she turns around and she tells me $7.50. The look on my face was like my face almost, my jaw literally dropped. I think out there, Coors Light is like the PBR of beers, which is great because I'm just like laughing it up.
Take it on.
I'll take all your Coors Light.
How was Wisconsin, Pat? Everything good?
It was uneventful. It's quiet. It was
kind
of rainy, so it was, you couldn't really do the town there is kind of like designed for doing stuff outside. Like there's stuff to do, like you can do hiking and stuff.
Was it raining out there?
Yeah, but it wasn't. But it was like an annoying rain. It'd be like raining and it stopped, and then like rain and
was it the sideways or was it the stinging rain?
It was just annoying, like little drizzle, like pissing on you a little bit.
Oh,
so it was like someone's pissing off the roof trying to tell you it's raining. Chris.
Joe, what do you think of the beer, bud?
So I've now had both. And I drank the Honey Blonde Ale first.
It tastes like burning.
Would you say that one tastes like a Sam Adams, or do you have something else?
Yeah, I think that's that's a fair, like a light Sam Adams.
Okay.
It's a lighter Sam Adams. This has...
So it's full flavored, but probably a little bit light on the back end.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a punch in the mouth. In comparison, this has some bite to it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go because I've started with the Abbey Triple and I like that a lot. Let me get one of
the Abbeys, please.
Oh, you got it, sir.
Belgian style ale. It always has like a little bite to it.
definitely it's got a little bit. But you know what? Maybe if you're going from the light to the
yes, if I had started with this, it would have been more mild.
You guys playing footsies under here?
I keep kicking Joe.
I want to scream something so bad right now, but I will not.
We keep kicking each other on accident.
You kicked my leg as a result.
And then Chris started kicking me. And then I just started rubbing my leg.
I just want to remind you, we're on a podcast.
Hey, we're having fun.
Okay. Listen.
Stop projecting on us.
Can I talk about how everyone went like full pride during last month, and as soon as 7-1 hit, it was over. Like there was all of these like Twitter pages from companies. They all had like the pride flag version of their logo, right? 7-1 at midnight. That's off. Chicago, the city of Chicago. The fantastic. I love this city, but sometimes it is so fucking stupid. They created a crosswalk for Pride, and it was good. They tarred it and did it. 2 weeks later, they tarred over it and just made it a regular crosswalk. Like, why? Yeah, why not just keep that?
And we wonder why we're broke, right?
Why not just keep that? And instead of sending dudes out to do extra work.
Why we're broke when you charge $5 to ride the freaking Skyway?
My favorite thing about Chicago and utility stuff is when they repave the street. They repave it, looks good. Then they just like, oh yeah, we gotta do some sewer work there. Tear the street again, and then they put it back in. Like, oh well, you know what? We gotta do some electrical work too. Let's go tear that bitch up again.
There's so many things there I wanted to go with. So last night we go out for dinner, and we're running late for dinner, and Joe is flying behind us or flying with us, and Lauren's like, hey, we're missing all these awesome townhomes. Look at all these townhomes. And Joe looks back to her. It's like, the month is over. Let's go. Because it was just, there were so many like pride flags and stuff. And I was dying laughing because I was like, what is it? Oh, dying laughing. Boys. Okay.
That was good.
So Chris is dumping into the twist offs here.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's no Coors Light up here. So
and we got to make sure we get Joey's shot. That's on the horizon. I got a bunch of stuff I want to get into.
I have.
Okay.
I have a gear to grind.
Oh, we didn't even start. We're just so happy we don't have gears to grind.
I have a gear to grind.
Well, unless your name's Pat Lynch.
I always got a gear to grind.
I have some questions here.
Okay.
We do a podcast.
Successfully do a podcast.
We do a podcast every weekend.
Okay.
And we publish that podcast on Mondays.
Yep.
Between the hours of 2 and 7.
Yeah. Last week was bad. I just worked late and I was usually I work from home that day, but I didn't. So but what date did we publish our podcast last week? Monday.
The 25th, wasn't it?
What is it?
25th, isn't it? Monday?
25th.
No,
Monday was the 28th. Sorry.
Yeah.
28th. Okay. So we published our podcast on June 28th.
I'm getting nervous. I don't know what we did.
No, we didn't do anything.
Podbean says we didn't publish.
Rachel Ashkenazi?
Yeah, close enough.
Rachel Ashkenazi from Insider published, I compared the fried chicken sandwiches from 3 fast food chains, and the best was extremely simple.
Fuck that bitch, we did 4.
I think someone's copying our idea.
What is going on? Oh, Rachel, we coming for you, girl.
Yeah, we did 4, baby. Listen, 4! Not 1, not 2, not 3.
You guys are taking this. I understand.
I'm trying to figure out why this is gear grinding here.
Because someone stole our idea.
But that's the second idea we had stolen. We had the lock of the century, and now somebody else has got the lock of the century. That's 2.
No, that was bullshit. But we won't go down that road with what happened with that.
I'm just saying, we're starting to throw some stuff out there.
And who is this? Wait, first off, who is this lady?
Maybe one of those 12 people right for the Insider. No, I just thought it was funny that we published a podcast. And then literally,
comes out of the chicken
when she posted?
Now, interestingly enough,
June 30th.
She published her favorite was so she did Burger King, Wendy's, and McDonald's.
Wendy's sucked.
Yeah, Wendy's is terrible.
She went Burger King number 1, Wendy's number 2, and then McDonald's number 3.
So she's irrelevant.
You know what we should do? We should reach out to her and see if she wants to come on for a hot minute and just kind of review. Rachel, if you're listening, because you definitely stole our idea.
The idea that we stole from countless others.
So we were late. She was really late.
Listen, this is America now. Yeah. It's like hey, I created
But we
this.
did it with
and
more
the other
flair.
person's like, you created this?
Yeah.
I created this.
Oh yeah. You know what's
Did she have random deliveries come to her house without knowing what the hell was going on? I don't think so.
It's kind of funny because who got accused? Oh, I was. Did you watch Two Bears? You watched Two Bears, One Cave on Monday.
Yeah.
Greg Fitzgerald.
Yeah. That's
and he
him.
got. I think it's Fitzgerald.
Yeah, you're right.
Greg
Simmons.
Greg Simmons. I'm sorry. Yeah. And Simmons got. He had a joke that was, what if COVID was the cure for COVID? Was having sex with your dog?
Oh, good lord!
Would you tell anybody?
Do you have to get a dog then?
Well, no. So
he queued it up like, what if you're like
about to die from
you're
COVID.
about to die? Your family are all gone.
Yep.
They can't visit you because you have this deadly disease.
Yes, yeah.
And all you have is your dog, and you just want to have sex one last time.
Yep.
And it's you realize you're on your last leg. This is it. You do it. And the next morning you wake up feeling great. And you realize you've discovered the cure for COVID is fucking a dog. Would you tell anyone?
Would you tell anyone?
And it was this fantastic joke.
This is some real high shit.
And like all the big comedians tweeted it out because it was just it's funny.
It was
and it's dark humor.
Yeah.
And then
how much drugs was he on when he came on?
That's gotta be a lot. He does like pot. He does like to do pot. I know, not that I think that would.
The ale thing's on the actual box too.
But so they South Park did the exact same, like not the exact same, but like kind of a very similar joke.
Yeah.
And the world went at Greg, for stealing the South Park bit. Mm-hmm. But he did this whole thing that showed the timeline of it.
Like he put out his joke several months earlier than the South Park episode.
Yep.
So he's like, no, I didn't. This was.
And you think anybody?
And he even said, he's like, listen. They weren't
no, because
really,
nobody knows who the hell this guy is.
They weren't even really the same ideas.
No,
it was just like they both kind of involved this like one-off thing, but they went about it very different.
Yes.
And he goes, so I don't even think he was copying to begin with.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay,
only 50% of the people here.
Those people that were accusing me, are they not going to go after South Park now?
That's what he's saying. And then the other thing is, do you think any of those people on Twitter or anybody was like, retracted or said, hey, we were wrong?
Yeah.
No, because it's the SNPP fact.
You can't be wrong anymore. Yeah. Nobody's wrong.
Nobody's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Joe. I love that grammar here. Thank you for bringing that in. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. I have a little bit of a trivia game for you guys because you know what it is. You know what it is, Pat Chris. What is it this weekend?
It is.
July.
It's the first weekend of July.
Good call. It is the.
Got it.
It's the 4th of July.
It's pizza time.
Woo! It is the 4th of July weekend. Chris's new.
Yeah, my new catchphrase is pizza time.
And Chris has to keep coming up with new catchphrases because I steal when they're good. He's gonna have
it's
pizza time forever.
Yes.
You know what? Forever.
I'm gonna get Chris a shirt that says it's pizza time.
Now that we're talking about this, I'm gonna bring back Cowabunga.
Yes.
All right.
Don't you can't do that. We'll get yelled at by the Simpson people.
Yes. Or eat my shorts.
Yeah, I was thinking. I thought it was Ninja Turtles.
No.
But I think Bart Simpson's made it famous.
Simpsons did it first.
We'll get the timeline on that. We'll get back to you next week.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do we want to start with some 4th of July fun facts, or do you want to do the trivia first, and then I'll give you some kind of fun facts?
I see 150 million.
Shut up, you mother son of a gun.
So
they can't put stuff in front of me.
I'm going to give you 3. I'm going to give you 3.
So yeah, I would say do the trivia first.
Okay. All right, so, and this is, like, listen, I get it. You guys might not know this. It's not very known. Mm-hmm. But, so, we're just trying to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Pat Lynch. I see it in your head.
Stop being a negative fucking Nancy,
shit all over this as hard as I can. All right, so, can you tell me what day we actually the first, I forget what they call it, but the first individual who signed the Declaration of Independence was?
Like
the date. The date. Like you don't have to.
No year.
Wait, you want the actual date that it got signed?
June 1st, 1776.
No,
I think it was like.
It's a good question, but I mean,
I know
you would think. Well, okay, so and why I asked this is the obvious question would be it's July 4th.
No, they didn't all sign it at once because of.
Well, no, I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying
I'm saying it wasn't all done on the same day. So.
But okay, yes, but I'm saying one was the first person.
Yeah, just guess. You said no.
Okay, good. See,
good Lord, Pat. Jesus Christ, you were wrong. It's sorry, Jesus.
Joe, give me a date.
I think it was like 4 years. I think it was like 1772 or something like that.
Way off.
Oh, okay.
The war was still going on, Joe. We weren't independent.
I feel like it was very far
that
from
was
that
dumb.
date.
That was dumb.
It was probably...
Don't ever talk again.
We all have stupid ready. Listen to this.
That was Pierce's response. That was dumb. Don't ever talk
We're
again.
all stupid ready. Let's hear it.
Stop, please.
That was a Billy Madison right there moment.
Chris got
Maybe 4 years after then. 4 years
And
after.
Joe was so sincere. Like, I think it was like 4 years ago.
1780.
No, wrong.
1780.
You are dumb.
The first person to sign it.
No, I'm sorry, the date.
The date.
The first person signed it.
When we declared our independence of America.
Oh, you should have specified it that way.
He did say that, you fucker, but you started interrupting him with your negativity.
Yes. But you could also guess again if you'd like. If you feel like you were
I
wrong.
think it helped me better, but I would
January
guess
1st, 1775.
No, it was July 2nd, 1776. And the reason it was why we celebrate July 4th is because it made it to the papers July 4th.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys...
Great fact. Great fact.
Can you give... Should be an easy one. Can you give me the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence?
Oh.
John Foot Penis. It's Hancock now.
No, I'm gonna go.
Why?
I'm gonna go.
Why is it Hancock? Mind your business. That's why.
I'm gonna go George Washington.
that was
Sweet baby Ray.
It's pizza time.
that's for Family Guy. You ever seen that?
That's perfect because he has no idea what you're talking about.
I just heard John Penis Foot. Like,
And Hancock now.
I said John Foot Penis, not Penis Foot.
I'm gonna have some more beer.
I stole it from Family Guy.
I gotta do my shot. Oh.
Joe, I'll do one with you.
Oh, it still tastes like root berry.
So I'm taking my shot this week because
Last week
we could not.
And if you're a first-time listener and you're probably never going to listen again, if you swear within the first 15 minutes, you have to take a
If
shot.
you say John Hand Penis.
No, it's Hancock, not it's Foot.
And Chris is right, so great job, bud.
Foot penis.
Can you give me
So wait, was John Hancock?
Yeah, John Hancock.
Yeah,
Good job.
John-
Good job. What was the city the Declaration was signed in?
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Good job.
Because Washington D.C. is not.
Okay, this is a little bit more of a tough one. What can you name one of the 5 authors? So actually wrote it.
Ben Franklin.
Bam. Do you want to? You guys can guess one.
James Madison.
No.
Thomas Jefferson.
There you go. So it's Thomas Jefferson, Roger Sherman, Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, and Robert Livingston.
That was the John I was thinking of. John Adams.
Okay, let me see if there's any.
John Foot Penis.
Actually, there was. Oh, so this is kind of crazy. There were a bunch of presidents who actually died. I think it's 3 presidents, and I can name you 2 for sure, but I don't know if I have the third one. But there was 3 presidents who died on the 4th of July. Can you name one of them?
Like
George Washington.
No.
You're saying
actually died on July 4th.
You're not saying
I'm sorry, not at the same day.
Like
Can you give us a deck?
Two of them were were actually the same day, and they hated each other, and they also signed the Declaration of Independence.
Thomas Jefferson and John Adams.
Yeah.
Wow, Pat.
Wow, that's 2 of the 3.
And the third one is James Monroe.
Thank you, Chris. That's
You're
awesome.
welcome.
All right.
Wow.
And then the last kind of question I had was, can you name the one president that was born on the 4th of July? And don't do it, Chris.
I'm not born on the 4th of
Yeah,
July.
there's only one.
Is it?
He's not very well known.
Oh.
Calvin Coolidge.
How?
Wow!
Is that serious?
Wow!
Look at
Damn, what a guess! I was going to say Millard Fillmore, but damn, what a guess!
I did a whole history project on that guy, and I didn't know that.
That was legit a complete guess.
That's awesome, Pat.
Pat Lynch needs to take a shot for that.
Shit.
That's
Pat
awesome.
Lynch, you're a Jeopardy savant. Like, that was
Awesome.
impressive.
I just want to obscure president like Calvin Coolidge.
Those are great questions, by the way.
It's just some fun stuff. And then I just got a couple cool facts. Joe, let's hit these real quick. I got a couple cool facts. And Chris, if you want to read, they're just these up top 3 here if you want to. Me and Joe take
4th of July facts.
John
Numero one.
Cheers. Hey, cheers to everybody. Happy 4th of July.
Is that you have 150 million hot dogs consumed.
How many of those during Joey Chestnut?
Then that's just on the 4th of July weekend. Woo, woo.
Benjamin Franklin signed at what age? Pat Lynch, you can see it, so you're not allowed to guess.
I cannot answer.
Peter, you can't guess, so Joe, you're the only one who can guess.
56?
70.
He was the oldest.
Don't talk ever again.
One question. Do you know they do weigh-ins for that? They do weigh-ins for the hot dog eating contest?
It's for Jack.
Yeah.
Why?
That's a great question.
Because
Where did they come from?
Maybe they want to see.
Fireball? What's it wearing the flag thing? I didn't quite understand.
Because every 4th of July, Nathan's has their hot dog eating contest.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Chris said they did 150 million hot dogs every weekend.
This is so hot. They definitely water down.
Of course,
they water all the liquor. This the fuck down in bars.
Because a $30 bottle of Fireball is not. You can't make that kind of money on it.
Hey, we're team 2, so you two need to take a shot by the end of the podcast. Why? Here's the other thing. The last one.
Live together.
Yeah.
I got Calvin
John
right.
Foot penis would not be
Fast and Furious for life.
Somebody give me a goddamn shot.
Here's the one thing. The last one.
Can I get on the rocks with some Pepsi?
Oh God! What am I supposed to do? Drink this like a fine whiskey?
That was so
little pal entry spots of beer giving him Fireball on the rocks. What am I supposed to do? Just like a fine whiskey?
It was so bad.
Oh my God, Chris, you're a sniper. You're so this is fucking Chris Kyle right here.
I was hungover as shit too.
Making domes.
Oh yeah, I was not good.
Peter brings stirs it up too like a fucking.
I tried to make a cocktail. You didn't look very happy.
Yeah, because I wanted a Fireball with fucking Pepsi. That makes me happy. Said no one ever.
It was I created a Pepsi.
Were we on a double tequila and Coke?
Cinnamon whiskey or cinnamon Pepsi is a real thing. You know where they got that from? They stole it from me.
You know why there's no mix anymore? Because there sucks.
You can't fall Peter. What can you really fucking spike this way? You can't do too much.
Water. That's what you can spike it with.
This is to Joe.
I'm going to put this in a drink.
Because Joe's the man.
I chug like a bitch.
Oh, man. It's harder in that bottle, too, because there's no airflow.
Tough. Hey, happy 4th of July, Chris.
Yeah, happy 4th of July,
So the last one
guys.
is, everybody here is breaking the flag code.
Yeah, most people don't even realize this.
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear, parade. I don't even think you're supposed to really make any money on it.
It's like a desecration thing where you can't wear the flag.
That is not a shot.
Wow, that is a large shot. That's a big.
How am I desecrating the flag right now?
No,
not saying like in this moment, but most people. So by wearing the flag,
you think our flag shirts are not
so
acceptable?
what Peter's wearing right now is an insult.
Well, his isn't necessarily the flag.
It's red, white, and blue. God damn it!
Just the colors.
I heard Toby Keith has a new song.
These colors don't run.
Corn.
He's got a new song that it's like.
Oh no!
It's like America. Why are you pissing on America or something like that?
Toby, always.
Toby, we're trying to put out the fires in the Gulf of Mexico. All right.
He says, "Burn, baby, burn."
Oh man. All right.
So this is the perfect time while Peter's taking a wee for me and Joe to share our story from last night.
Yeah.
I'm really dreading this.
No, it's not.
No. I'm at the
shot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should.
Can I put some of the water in here so it's like a bar shot?
Oh yeah, whatever you want.
So me and Joe.
I would just say my only advice is don't sip on it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sip.
Whatever you do,
Joe,
just take
no one has ever been like, "Hey, let's put some Fireball in the rocks."
Peter did.
Bitch.
Peter did.
Yeah, he did.
Peter's an idiot.
He's a wild man.
So last night, me and Joe.
Yep.
We're coming home after dinner.
Yep.
Where'd you go to dinner?
We went to California, Chicago Pizza Oven Grinder Company, kitchen, something, whatever.
Oh, the pot pie thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Joe get in a car.
Fuck that.
We end up going up Roscoe.
Chris, like a very wise man, took Roscoe instead of Addison. Because it was also about...
Which you can do now because it's not July.
Well,
it's
45?
not June anymore.
Mind you, you get to Roscoe and Halstead. That corner bar that's over there.
Oh,
the Progress Bar or something.
Roscoe.
No, the other one, Progress Bar, had a line down to the alley.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't believe that.
We were coming up and we're like, what's this line for? And then we realized, we're in Boys
Progress
Town.
Bar. It's like
not Boys Town anymore.
Oh, no?
It's North Halstead.
Is it? Oh, they don't.
It's not. Boys Town was not inclusive enough, gentlemen.
Okay.
To be all the things you can be these days.
Oh.
And wait, what did
it's still the Sears Tower.
What did LSD get on it?
It is now the Jean-Baptiste du Sable Lake Shore Drive.
Okay.
Say that again.
So it's Lakeshore Drive.
Jean-Baptiste du Sable Lakeshore Drive.
Lakeshore Drive.
So people are going to call it Lakeshore Drive.
Okay.
Yes. Or LSD. Or you could call JD. Fuck it.
Yeah, just
okay, back to your story, Chris. Sorry, we cut you
so
off.
we're driving. We get on Roscoe. We're going up, and all of a sudden, like some guy on a bicycle comes up.
On a divvy bicycle.
And we're just like, what the fuck's going on here? So
Roscoe's, for people who don't know, Roscoe's a side street.
Yes.
So you're not going fast on it to begin with. It's a very tight street.
Yeah, and it's just like stop signs all the way up.
So there's stop signs and lots of speed bumps.
Yeah. And traffic lights, but we're just—it's an easy way not to take Addison up by Wrigley Field.
And Addison's is a more of a main street.
Yeah, because all the bars are there, and it's Wrigleyville.
The Cubs are not in town this week, right?
No, they were not.
No, but they were still playing.
Yeah, so people are still out. Yes, it's always very popular.
So we're just going up the street, and so we get to, I want to say, Roscoe and Sheffield, maybe a little bit after that.
It wasn't far from that bar, Roscoe's and Progressive.
Yeah, we were actually probably up in Wrigleyville, you know how you go down that the street going to the
where Joe learned his dance moves.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going up the street and this guy's showboating on the bike. He's
oh man, this
kicks
guy
his legs out.
He's
the guy used to be in front of what's it called?
No, the guy. This is the guy on the bike. We're just watching.
Is this remember the guy that used to be in front of Cam?
No.
They go back and forth and Cam.
No, he's on a different
similar idea.
This is just a drunk guy on a bike.
Yeah, having fun.
Having fun. And because the street we were on, it was a very slow street, so you really couldn't. There was a car in front of us. He was there. You couldn't really go around him, so we kind of just had to go with him.
Yeah, and you're just and he's swerving around and everything. You're just I'm not getting close enough to this guy.
At one point, he has his little movie moment. He's holding the handlebars. He kicks his legs out. He's just
having a good old time.
Having a good old time.
There's nothing better than
putting on a show for himself.
Yeah. Think he's a real badass on this bike
ride. Is this a percolator story?
All the meanwhile, he's swaying in the street, and we're like, this guy's gonna wreck shit.
Yeah, you can tell.
Shit.
Oh no,
percolator story.
Oh no.
So we get up to almost Racine, and all of a sudden he goes beeline into a car, takes out the rear view mirror on one car,
and then
side mirror.
Yep.
And then puts a huge ass dent in another car door.
So he was oh, no. And it was so impressive. I think we were at a light, right? He was on the other side of the block.
We were at the stop sign. And he literally just fell.
So we're pulling up to the stop sign, and as we're going through each stop sign, we're he's not even paying attention to if there's a stop sign.
Yeah, just flying through everything.
Cars. So he's just you can tell he's drunk.
He's gone.
And he's going. He's going. And he's starting to showboat. And he's already kind of swerving, and he just loses it by being just close enough to this car.
And he just
takes out the mirror, and then just loses it and slams right into this car.
Oh.
And
there's a car in front of us.
There's a car in front of us who stopped, and the guy gets up like nothing happened. He's like, "Hey, I'm okay." The guy in front of us is like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "No, I'm good." And he literally gets back on the bike and just takes off.
Was the bike damaged?
No, honestly,
I don't think the bike was.
It was a very sloppy fall, but it wasn't.
I like how you guys care about the bike.
It wasn't disgusting. No, because he jumped back on it, and then he was fine. And then he was fine, and he wasn't showboating anymore, and he just drove straight.
Yeah, but it was just
But then you approach the scene of the crime, and you're like, oh shit, he took out a mirror, and there's literally a line from just behind the back door through. The passenger side door.
The one car had a dent like this, my phone. Yeah. There's that it was that where the handlebar hit into the door.
So he took out this mirror, fell off the bike, and the bike drove into the car.
Oh,
and went a couple.
Imagine waking up the next morning, finding your car fucking wrecked like that, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing that guy in front of us could have done that we could have done to be hey, you need to fucking figure this shit out.
But no, he got hit by a divvy bike. You fucked.
Yeah.
And it's such a travesty.
That's so terrible.
Chris called it. Chris called it.
Oh, I called it as soon as he was in front of us. I'm like, this guy's gonna fucking wreck shit.
He's gonna wreck shit, and he happened to be on the street, but then. Honestly, and then he turned
I thought he was gonna wreck shit on a speed bump.
I thought he was gonna get hit. Yeah, I did too. Every speed bump, we were like, and then we get to the stop sign, and Chris goes, "He's about to wreck shit." Yeah. And the guy goes, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And then he gets up and he's like, "Hey, I'm fine. I'm good." And the guy's like, "Are you sure?"
No one asked.
"Are you sure?" And he goes, "No, I'm fine." I was like, "Look!" And he jumps in the air and he's all happy. Gets on his bike and just takes off. And you're like, wow, I guess it wasn't that bad. It looked bad. Then you pull up to the crime and you're like, Jesus,
I couldn't believe
this up.
So she asked, I was like, car feeling.
I could not believe that he took out a side mirror. I'm like, oh, that person's going to
the damage he caused and the reaction he had this dude had to be bombed out of his mind.
Gone.
He went down Racine too. Like that was, I couldn't believe that when you took a left down Racine, which is a busy street.
Didn't flinch, didn't check, just
booked it down Racine,
and there was no cars there because he turned into oncoming traffic and then into the right lane. He crossed all 4 lanes.
I fucking hate bicycles.
Dude,
we don't get that. Hey, that's not a Saturday.
The problem with bicycles
that's a Christmas coffee.
Yeah, it is.
The problem with bicycles,
they're
supposed to obey traffic signals and stoplights. And they don't do that,
well,
and that's a problem.
I saw. A guy,
honestly, though, most people are not.
If bikers do that, I'm fine with that. But if they're like freewheeling through red lights and shit, like
what is it?
Monday. Hey, listen, we're not gonna get into the. We all hate. We all get. There's anger and listen. I've had runners that think that they own the road and they're in the bike path and they think they own the road and it's like, all right, but I get it. But listen, if we just had some common courtesy, we'd be okay.
Well, what about those guys on the mini bikes on like Monday that were just blowing red lights? That was garbage too.
So actually, I talked to a police officer about this today because he was talking. I was like, "This is crazy," and he's like, "You know what the issue was? Cops were not pulling people over because of COVID.
Yeah.
So people got used to doing whatever the F they wanted.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, it really became. in all sincerity, like during COVID, it kind of was the Wild West in that because there were so few cars, so few people out, people would literally walk the streets and they'd have no problem doing it. And now it's like they're still doing that.
And you know what? Stephen Craig, he's like, this is the worst part of this all is the death rate for like COVID was less than the car killing rate because like people are just getting destroyed in cars because they're doing stupid stuff.
I was legitimately talking about this today. There are so many more accidents on the expressway now. Like constantly.
Bad accidents too.
And I've seen so many people, especially this weekend. I mean, we've been driving the whole time. Yeah. Like we're always going
time to merge 8 lanes without a
fix. I mean, knock on wood.
Should I get up here?
Knock on wood.
Me and Pierre have seen that numerous times on the
phone. Oh, yeah.
I was on the highway the other day. I saw a car that was parallel to me. Like, I would have T-boned a car on the expressway. And I'm going the right direction.
I legitimately saw a motorcycle weaving lanes like he was in Fast and the Furious.
Oh, I know.
That's sketchy. And we were going 70, 80 miles an hour. This is right after you get out to 88.
Yeah.
Right before you get off to going to your uncle's. And it was, he was just weaving. There was this point where 3 cars, it was the 2 left lanes, it was 1 car. And then there was a car behind him and in front of him. So it was like a triangle of cars. And he took this spot so tight between those 2 cars and then the front 2 cars. It was like a nice little triangle. But I was like, good Lord, dude, do you realize there's about 6 feet between you and those 2 cars and you're just taking it?
And you're done.
Oh, it's a level of confidence and brazen that was out of this world.
Stupidity. But here we go.
Yeah.
Let's you know what I love about this is that's good stuff. It's a little downerish. And I want to bring we found it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. We laughed so fucking hard.
I would have too.
I'm not even kidding you. It was a level
I was saying it like I want to laugh because these poor people
deserved it. You deserved it. We felt bad for the cars.
The people you felt bad for were the owners of those cars, not him.
Because they're gonna wake up like, what made this weird ass dent in my car?
Yeah.
Because honestly, like,
you're just gonna plunge you pop him. Sorry.
I'm telling you, that kid fell and got up so fast that we couldn't get close to him.
Yes.
Even if we wanted to. It was so fast, and then you just see the amount of damage that happened in that split second, and he just acted like nothing goes on, and then he crosses Roscoe like a psycho.
But have you guys tried the Central Water one yet?
I have not. We should get into that.
I prefer that one to the Sprecher.
But I want it because I love to end the podcast. Where are we at, Joe?
We're 53 minutes.
Okay, great.
It is 8:16 p.m.
I love it, baby. Bye-bye. The pregame is strong and Chris is tipsy.
Yeah, that shot really fucked me over.
Me too.
Really fucked me over.
I feel it too.
I've been drinking so much water. I've only had 2 beers, and that fucking shot fucked me.
Me too.
Can we talk about your guys?
Hold on.
Let's talk about your guys last weekend.
Oh, Lord.
You guys went to...
I'm a solid 12 in Indianapolis.
Dude.
I'm a solid 12 with all the men down there.
I love it. Chris, can we talk about this?
Baby?
No, can we talk... Chris had the most... It was such a you got to tell like your experience first, and then you got to tell that joke again because it is just so good.
So literally, like we're in Indianapolis, and we're walking around, and like I think like there's been like we've been drinking. Me and Peter haven't eaten anything really.
Yep.
Besides a sausage stick and a couple candy bars.
Really sober. I'm not sure. Really?
What's up?
You guys look pretty sober
today.
On the
Oh no, we are not. No. That was about 5 Jaeger bombs too deep there.
No.
That's when you really know you're talking about right now.
You mean you guys serenading me with Backstreet Boys from Indianapolis is not normal behavior.
Oh,
no.
Bad. All right, my bad.
No, did you not like that?
I loved it. I loved it. This tonight.
In fact, I put it on the bar I was at in Wisconsin. I put it on the microphone.
We're in Indianapolis. Me and Peter are flying high, and we get to the first bar, and like the security guard's like, "Man, you got a really solid beer. It's great." And I'm like, "Don't fucking talk to me. Keep walking."
Just said thank you, Chris. The proper response.
No, it's not. It's not the proper response.
And this is not because Chris is
that's not how beardmen talk to each other.
Guy. This is Chris. Just what he loved and experienced for a very long time was
nobody talking to me. Nobody bringing anything to me up.
Like Chris is a very stoic individual in the bars. Like he's not, and it's not like a pretentious thing. He's just.
I'm a statue.
Yeah, he is, and it made him at times unapproachable.
So my favorite thing is,
but tonight.
Did you ever see the show Arrested Development, where they send the one kid, he's like, boys should be seen and not heard? That's Chris Brown.
Yeah.
That's Chris Brown.
Yes.
Okay.
So we go to this other bar, and we're at this piano bar, and all of a sudden this dude comes up and starts talking to me about my beard, and I'm like, holy shit, somebody get me out of this. Like he's just yapping away, and I'm like and he figures out that I'm deaf and sits on my left side and starts talking to me. I'm like, I couldn't tell you what that guy talked to me about or what I said to him, but I'm like, literally, listen, I'm with that guy right there in the beard, which is our buddy John, and I'm with that, and if you don't believe that, I'm with that tall guy over there. That's mine.
So you get around.
Everybody's trying to get around this.
You're getting around, Chris. You got two.
Out of here. Two.
And Chris just, it's because Chris doesn't like talking to people. And now he's getting approached more than ever.
You look so happy to talk to Chris. You look very happy.
This is, okay, if you want to do a study on the kids that experienced COVID for their developing years and the effect it's going to have, that's the experience Chris got to live for a lifetime, and he loved every bit of it. All right? It was quiet. Nobody bothered him. He didn't have to talk to anyone.
He started with a question about
and now all these people are approaching Chris because he's got this glorious beard.
That's all it was.
It is just, it's impressive.
And it starts with like, so what kind of product are you using that thing?
We're so appreciative. And they were asking him questions like that.
That is a great pickup line for dudes. So what kind of product you put in there? I like that. It's a good one. It's a good line. I like that.
So I told
the carpets match the drapes.
Hold on. You want to know?
I don't have any carpet.
No joke. Today I went to Starbucks and there was a dude with an epic beard and he gave me my coffee and I was like, that's an impressive beard, man. And I
fucking Joe, you're fucking doing it. You're projecting on us.
And he goes, thank you, man. He was so happy. And I was like, thank God.
Do you look at you like you got some work to do?
Oh, yeah. He's like, you poor soul.
So I told you, so we're driving down and Joe's asking us all these questions about Indianapolis and how it went. I'm like, Joe, if I was a gay guy, I could have cleaned up down there. Could have fucking murdered. And then I told Joe, I'm like, I hate being skinny. He's like, why? Because so many people find me approachable now. If I was fat, nobody would come up to me.
You know what's interesting is like with a mask, like people start talking to me with a mask more. Like I have a real like look of face of like don't talk to me, but with a mask you can't do that. And I got more people talking to me during COVID. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
Don't like it now.
I'm still 12 in Indianapolis.
Yeah. Oh, Peter.
It's a low bar. It's a low bar being said.
No. The sad thing for Peter is he's like 6'7".
Oh, that's it.
And he's not like built like a farmer. Like Peter's just like 6'7". He's still a strong guy, pretty good looking. And those girls are just like eating it up. They're like, do you want to take me up there to buy me a shot? And Peter's like, no. Yeah. I'll take you up to the bar. Peter walks him up to the bar, comes back, and talks to me.
He's a gentleman, but you know,
it was.
I'm not going that far.
Did they buy you shots instead?
No.
Who's buying? Peter McGraw shots tonight.
I'm saying. Listen, no.
There's only one way to get into Peter McGraw's pants, and that's through the liquor hole. We had to do the circle like the one time we were at Enjoy.
It's all about the liquor hole.
Frank's like, no, you can't dance with us. I'm
dancing
dancing with my guys.
Up, but I want it on a shirt.
Yes, I don't know why. the best part
I only take beer through my liquor hole.
You know how you have to take I don't know this, but how women, when they have the hot chick, they put her in the circle so that she doesn't get approached by other men.
That was me!
These sons of bitches, my friends, they're not playing defense anymore.
Or when the mediocre girl has like 5 ugly friends.
No, Peter's fucking laughing his ass off, taking Snapchats of me. That was dying.
You look so happy because the one guy was like massaging your beard,
get the fuck out of here,
kissing a little bit, smelling it, see what kind of product you use.
Eucalyptus. Is there eucalyptus in there? And that's our shining moment of the week.
Chris is grinding your gears. Stop touching his beard. Wow.
Don't talk to me. If you see me out in public, don't talk to me. That's the lesson learned here.
Wow. The volume on this one, we're not gonna have any volume issues on this one. I was gonna bring us up from that last part.
So I Central Waters, Peter.
You know what? Let me get a little taste of it. That fireball has hit me like a ton of bricks.
It ain't bar fireball.
Let's end this on a positive note. With the positive.
And the night starts at 25.
I do. I definitely do. So
give us one of those nice positive stories that the news won't put out there for us.
You mean like the 5 angry ones, the 5 feel good stories, and 5 horrible stories after that came out?
Yeah. Not good. Not good.
Let's have a feel good story.
You know what, Pat? I like this, but you're right. This is legitimately just as close to Stanley Adams as possible. And I like the Abby triple a little bit more.
I think Blondale more.
I gotta try it again.
I think you should have gone. I think I should have gone the other way between drinking the two.
I think that's what it is. I think it's. I don't know how to put it. The Honey Blondale. That's not mine. The Honey Blondale is more approachable. It doesn't have as much of bite. In terms of if you like bite,
I thought
I'm in the Peter McGraw court on this one.
I thought the Sprecher was definitely.
I wonder if it's the beer you started with first.
That's what I think. That's what it has to do. Yeah.
Joe, you know what?
Okay, so we're gonna
let Peter have his positive moment, and we're gonna step outside real quick.
Oh, you want to get out? You want to play footsie some more? Yeah. They won't bother us anymore.
No, they won't. You can tickle my beard outside. I'll let you do it. Nobody else.
It's getting weird. It's getting weird.
Real
hey! I'll let you tickle my beard.
It's freedom. Okay, so we're gonna finish on this. All right, we're finishing on this. Here we go. So I love feel good stories, and I got
who
a couple.
Doesn't?
The first one is a young man in Georgia.
What part of Georgia?
God, Pat, you can't ask.
God damn it, Pat! Stop asking questions.
Pat, stop trying to get specific with stuff.
People want to know.
You can't ask questions.
I'm done with Pat Lynch. I'm out.
Within the confines of the state of Georgia.
And for that reason, I'm out.
He unfortunately has to his parent. I believe both parents have passed away, so he's got to take care of himself. And I think he's got some brothers and sisters. So he's a line cook at Buffalo Wild Wings. B-Dubs. And the B-Dubs is 3 hours from his home. He has to walk the 3 hours to Buffalo Wild Wings every day. And then he has to walk 3 hours back.
Not to be a dick, but there's no closer jobs than 3 hours for walking to B-Dubs.
Pat, this is
God damn it, Pat.
This is the job he has.
Pat, I have so many things I want to say.
There are a lot of questions.
Shut the fuck up.
But so this poor individual has to walk 3 hours. This is what he's got. This is his life. And there's a Good Samaritan saw him on one of the 110 days in Georgia walking. And then he saw the guy when this individual was driving back, saw the guy walking back home and was like, holy crap. Picks this dude up and is like, hey, can I give you a ride? This Good Samaritan, kind of scary, a little sketchy, takes him home.
Not his home, but his home.
And they get to talking like just this guy's just like.
Are you telling me they exchanged alcohol through their alcohol holes?
Yes.
Is that what we were calling it?
They just kind of connected as friends. All right, guys. Like this is a feel good story.
No. I know.
This guy goes on on Facebook. He's an avid bike rider. Goes to this avid bike riding like where they give away charity. They give bikes away. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey guys, like this guy could probably use a bike. Like he's got it 3 hour. So they get him a bike, but then they do like a GoFundMe, and how good Georgia is in the community. It's like this poor individual is just trying. He's trying really hard to change his life and support himself and his family. They got him. They got a GoFundMe going, and he's got $55,000. And he's going to use that to learn to drive. He wants to be a welder, so he's going. That's helping him go to school.
Oh, yeah, how to drive?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to drive, and then. And he also couldn't afford a car. he's going to get a car. He's going to learn to drive, and it's going to help for his school to.
Hopefully, he'll get a better job than Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, or he'll at least get a car and he can
make
drive around.
Great money.
Yes, they do. And I was just like, you know what? Like the community could say, like, and what kills me is me and Chris have seen some stuff. Like I think we've all kind of started to see there's some real mental health issues, and in our community there's a lot of homelessness, and we don't do enough to kind of help those people out. And to see Georgia step up for this young man to kind of try to help him you hope to see more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had something like that.
I mean, I do. I could if you want.
Yeah, come on.
Is it
how are you feeling?
No, go ahead.
I can talk about a good feel good story about GoFundMe's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So earlier this year, one of my coworkers,
I think we talked about this last week too.
Was in a fire. Her building burned down that she lived in, and she got out. Her and her son got out of the building, luckily, but they lost awesome, everything that they had.
Yeah,
and so they did a GoFundMe at my work, and I think we raised like 20-something grand, and the company,
that's so awesome.
The company matched it.
Wow, that's nice.
Wow,
so
there we go.
So she got like 50-something grand.
Good for her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
wow.
awesome.
Yeah. Now, and she was. I apologize. Was she renting or was she
renting? She was renting.
And so a lot of people don't have renters insurance.
Yeah, but even so, you still like lost everything. You're like,
no, okay, you're right. I don't mean it to be like that, but like I just was thinking like a lot of people don't.
Yeah, it's not a thing people think about.
Yeah.
Do you have renters on your show?
Yeah, if you don't,
Joe, if your shit went down, I would sue.
I do,
Joe. If I was you, I'd sue the shit out of your landlord.
Oh yeah, no.
But I'm bummed because Joe lives with his dad. Joe lives with his dad's building.
Yeah, and then
not with his dad, but in his dad's building.
One of the last things is, you know how we're talking about like this would have been good. I was going to use this one, but then the Gulf of Mexico is legitimately on fire, so our climate is pretty much F. But there are 7 new They're talking about there's 7 statistics or things that are going on in the world that show we're starting to make changes in climate, and like we're trying to like renewable energies, things like that. We're actually really trying to
there's definitely an effort.
People
and
notice
it's
it
showing that it's making progress.
Yeah. Did you guys see there's a new ocean?
No, no.
I'm sorry, what?
There's a new ocean.
Where?
The Southern Ocean. Never heard of it.
I don't know what
so we have 7, right?
Is it between the Arctic and Indian Ocean?
No. Okay.
Are these like
so basically we're at the bottom of it by Antarctica where the Atlantic and like all that stuff meet, like it was kind of an unthing. So now the 7th or the 8th, I don't know.
8th, I think it's
8th ocean is now the
so we only have 4 oceans.
We got the Arctic, the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian. Now we have 5.
Yeah.
So now we have 5.
Oh, we had 8, but Chris sounded like a jackass.
So I understood. So then I was an idiot because I thought it was 7. So it's what? It's the...
No, you're talking about the 7 seas.
Yeah. It's the Arctic Ocean.
Arctic, there's 4 Pacific, oceans, 7
Atlantic.
seas.
Okay, so 5.
Indian, and now we have the Southern.
Okay. And Joe's going to do a nice thing. He's going to check that out for us real quick. Wow, that's kind of cool. That's a really interesting kind of thing.
Questioning that there's a Southern Ocean?
No, I don't think it's questioning. I think he's just...
No, he wants to make sure how many oceans there are. I remember 4. That's all I remember.
So this says 4.
But they just did it.
Good job, Chris.
They just announced
it. Historically. So you're saying
there's going to be 5.
There are now 5.
Yeah.
Now this is okay.
See, now I recognize the Southern as a 5th ocean. Right there.
Now hold on.
Right there.
We're not fact checking.
No. This is an interesting thing because it kind of goes literally into our conversation. It says, "Are there 5 or 7 oceans?" Which is what you were saying.
Yeah.
And it says,
but I was
just, the 7 seas include the Arctic, and he is. I mean, but it was close. It's funny.
No, mine was just dumb.
Oceans,
like I'm an idiot, and I thought there were 7 oceans. I wasn't.
I was totally buying it until I counted. I'm like, no, he's wrong.
There are 7. No, but that's the thing. There are 7 seas, but there are technically considered
now 5.
I honestly
5
oceans.
7
continents. That's probably not right.
I'm the fucking smartest person alive.
There are 5 continents.
Are there really 5 continents?
No!
There's 7. Okay, that is a great way to end this. Wow.
You want to name them?
Yeah, no. It's North America, South America. It's Africa.
Canada.
Hold on. How many are you saying there are?
It's Africa, Antarctica.
Yep.
Is
Asia?
Asia is 1, right?
Yep. Europe.
Oh, is Australia a continent?
Yes.
It's not a part of Asia. Come on, it's right there.
No.
All right, so Australia.
Oh.
Australia fucked me like usual.
You know what? Okay.
Twice in this podcast, Australia and Europe. Fuck the Kiwis. All right.
The great historical mind head of the fails at the end. Yeah. At the end. Just,
hey, I do Calvin Coolidge, motherfucker. Fuck off.
He's like the dude
He's got that fireball.
He's like the dude celebrating before the end of the race, and he just
we might need to find a lighter shot because they really put us on the nose.
Or we can put some water in him. I just showed the water man down. He said no.
Yeah.
Good job, Joe. Here's a thing we're going to talk about next week. My new
you're talking about your stupid videos of the interrogation room?
Yes, my new. I am assessed with or
he's assessed. He's assessed. He's assessed.
He has assessed the situation.
Thanks, Joe. I love police interrogations. Holy hell, I could watch them all day. They are amazing. And I'm gonna put that as you know what, Pat? We call this in the business? Teaser, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. I hope you had as much fun as I did tonight because this is one hell of a podcast. Have a wonderful and safe 4th of July. This will be out hopefully Monday, so you're probably going to be enjoying the holiday with a little firework action. Just be safe.
We're a great soundtrack for fireworks.
We are. Listen, it's a party. Throw us on. You're going to love this. But thank you again for joining us.
He's so funny.
Get some people going.
You can check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Podcast SMP. The Gmail. You can reach us at the SMP podcast at gmail.com. Again, we are happily sponsored by DLM Tax and Accounting. You can reach them at either admin at dlmholdings.net or dlmtax.com. Guys, have a great weekend. Be safe. We can't wait. We're gonna give you some fun. We got a long time going here. Let's go, Chris.
Spoiler alert, Joe Keneally's going to choose Conor McGregor next Saturday in his Joe C. Lock of the Century of the Week. It's pizza time! Bye!
Jello shots off on 3, baby!